Alrighty. I know. Every other Grand Cross channel, maybe not every other Grand Cross channel, but a lot of the big Grand Cross channels have been talking about the new Black Clover game that's just come out. And normally I don't care about most games that come out, but this one actually looks cool to me personally, which is the only reason I'm making a video on it. I really couldn't care less what anybody else was doing, but I feel like this one actually has like potential to be a fun game. I was a little bit like, I wasn't like necessarily like over the moon hyped about like the slime game or anything like that, and there's been several games that have come out since I started playing Grand Cross Global, which was at launch, where people were like, oh, like this game's gonna kill Grand Cross, like everybody's moving over to Grand Cross. That is not what I'm here to talk about. I'm not like, I don't think that this game is gonna take Grand Cross over or anything of the sort. I just think that this game looks cool, and I'm definitely gonna try it out when it comes out. I don't think that it'll be like my new main game or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination, unless it's just absolutely fantastic or something. I don't know, but I like Grand Cross. I still like Grand Cross. I played Grand Cross. I don't know what to say, but they apparently, I guess I'm assuming this is like a fan account. They made a Twitter account going over some of the stuff that they showed in the trailer, and they've confirmed a couple of small details here and there. I just think that the game actually looks pretty cool, and I've never seen Black Clover. And so that's saying a lot, I guess, is that like, I feel like a lot of the times the IP that these games are based off of is what carries the game, but I've never even, you know, when I first started playing Grand Cross, I had never watched Seven Deadly Sins. I started playing the game first and then watched the show because I like the game. So I think that Black Clover's pretty like I don't know a whole lot about it really, but I think that it could be a cool show to watch. I actually bought a Funimation subscription not too long ago, and I'm pretty sure it's on there if I'm not mistaken, and I think I've added it to the list of like 1,000 different anime on there that I've been wanting to get around to watching. But there's so much going on right now, I'm not even really worried about watching the show at the moment. But I don't know, I've seen the trailer from other people's video. We'll watch it together, because I'm not really worried about it. If it gets like copyright, like if it gets like copyrighted or whatever, and I don't make money on the video, couldn't care less. Really don't care. Money's not an object. I don't doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to make the video. Either way, so the game is supposed to be coming out next year, sometime in 2022. There's no actual release date or anything like that known at the moment. There's a couple of cool screenshots that they show. I think that these are from the trailer. I think it says here are some in-game screenshots from the upcoming Black Clover mobile game. So I don't even know if these are necessarily in the trailer itself, but the game looks good. Like, I really do like it. And the thing that stands out to me that's so interesting is that the game is made by Pearl Abyss, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the same company that makes the Black Desert MMO, which I've actually played before. I wasn't like a super big fan of it or anything like that, but the fact that they made that game, and that game looked phenomenal. Like, that game looked really good for an MMO on the computer. So I'm really interested to see what they do with this. Here is a picture of some confirmed characters. The one behind me in my little webcam is Noelle Silva, just in case you can't see that, or there's a smaller picture of her. But I don't know, there's some cool, interesting characters from the trailer and stuff when they're navigating the actual the actual like menus and stuff itself. The game looks really like polished and clean. There's a lot of cool animations. The characters select screen and stuff like that like shows the like character animations, and I think it would be like their ultimate animations or whatever in like just the menus and stuff, which I think is a really cool feature. It's I guarantee this is going to be one of those games like Grand Cross where I'm going to immediately wish there was a PC version. So hopefully in 2022, these mobile game companies will just get it through their head that if the game looks really good and it's gonna make people's phones catch on fire trying to play this game, that they should probably make a PC port, which would be awesome. So that's pretty cool. I did see this retweeted just earlier, and this was what caught my attention. Is it says Black Clover Mobile will be supported in Japanese, Korean, and English, and will be released in 2022. So I'm assuming, don't know for sure, but I'm assuming they're probably going to try and do a global launch altogether. If they don't, it looks like they might end up doing like a Japanese, Korean, and English version of the game. But obviously there's no release date or anything like that. We just know it's next year, which is literally in like a couple of days. So yeah, not a whole lot of info there, but this says the devs VIC Game Studio, which I have no idea who that is, to be honest, has experience working with anime content before, as it is founded by Jae Young Choi, the developer lead for Netmarble's hit mobile game, her hit mobile RPG, Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So apparently the guy who leads Grand Cross as far as the development goes is going to be working on this game as well, which gives me a little bit of hope, because honestly, say what you want about Grand Cross, but the foundation of the game and like the game in general is really good. And I think that's the only reason why people still play it, even after some questionable decisions and some greedy tactics here and there, is that the game itself is just good. So if this game is even half as good, I think it would be a huge plus, because I mean, I don't know anything about Black Clover itself, but if it's got a decent fan base behind it, I'm assuming the game will do pretty well. So yeah, it is made by Pearl Abyss, which it says mainly known by the game Black Desert Online, which I've played it before. I didn't play it a whole lot, but I played it. So anyway, let's hop over and watch the trailer, just so that way we can get an idea of the game itself. I know that my webcam is going to be slightly in the frame here, but I didn't want to make myself like super tiny small. And from my understanding, I'll leave a link to this just in case you want to watch it without me talking over it. But from my understanding, I think they're going to be doing the same thing that Grand Cross does, and they're going to have the actual like anime as the story of the game as well, which is really cool. I like that about Grand Cross. I think that's really neat. It gives you like a really good understanding of where you are in the story compared to like what characters are coming out and stuff like that. I think that's really, really neat. All of the characters look really good. I think most of the time when anime games come out and they make the characters look really like chibi, or like they look different in the battles or in the gameplay than they do in like the cutscenes and stuff like that, it really irks me, and I don't like it as much. If I can get behind the characters looking very like chibi or like small or whatever in general, but if there's two different art styles like conflicting with the actual game, like I don't know, it kind of weirds me out and I don't like it as much. But the game looks great. Like you can see the open world and everything like that looks really, really cool and really like fleshed out, I guess, which is like I think that was one of the big defining factors of of Grand Cross, which I think is cool. And speaking of that, Netmarble actually makes a Ni no Kuni mobile, like a MMO, which I was hoping would be an actual like MMO that they would just release for the computer, but they have not done that. I don't think that this game is in affiliation with Netmarble as far as I know, but I don't know, just like seeing like these grand like big like scale areas and stuff like that like on a phone is kind of crazy to see nowadays. Like, because I mean, when you think about like phone games, you don't really think it's going to be like all that like big and ambitious, but some of these games like look sick. And you can see like as they're scrolling down through their like box or whatever, they have like the ultimate anime, or maybe not ultimate animations, but like different kinds of animations playing to show the characters off, which is really, really neat. I assume this is like, I assume that's like the like come in animation for like going into battle, maybe like they would, I guess, clash right there and then it would actually start the battle sequence. But a lot of these seem like they're going to be like ultimate animations. Like I said, never seen the show, so I don't know what any of this is really, but I definitely want to see the show, and whether or not I get to it before this game comes out or not, I'll probably start watching it once the game comes out, if I haven't already got to it. But yeah, some of it seems really, really cool. Like it's very like, I don't know, fantasy, so it gives room for like, you know, ambitious stuff like that, which is cool. Like that's what I like about Grand Cross, is that it's so it's so like wild sometimes, which is kind of cool because they can do a lot of really cool like animations and stuff like that with the characters, which is always really fun. So I'm sure the music in this is probably copyrighted, so it'll probably get claimed, but oh well. I don't really care either way. But this is really, really cool. I think the game looks good. It says in the bottom, this scene contains actual gameplay footage. But to be honest, anytime Grand Cross makes a trailer, they always include ultimate animations, like the best stuff that they've ever made that you see for like 5 seconds in game, and they're like actual gameplay footage, which is true technically, but it's such a weird like marketing gimmick. But either way, like honestly, like the characters look really cool and everything, and I'm assuming this is like stuff from the anime, which is kind of cool. I don't know. It just looks really nice, and that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts and opinions? I know that everybody and their brother is like, oh my god, this game's coming out. It's going to kill Grand Cross, whatever. Which I haven't honestly heard anything about this game killing Grand Cross, but I don't know. There's been Slime, there's been My Hero in the past, there's been Genshin Impact, and I mean, Grand Cross is still here. It's gonna still be here until like the game absolutely collapses in on itself. But I'm not planning on like swapping over to this game or anything like that. If it comes out and it's actually fun, I might make some videos on it and stuff like that, or start to play it some. But I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think it's definitely worth checking out because it actually looks good. But yeah, like I said, leave some thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys think about the game. I've never seen the show. If you want to like tell me how good the show is and how much I should watch it, feel free to, because I'm currently watching Fairy Tail, and I should be finished with that in the next like couple of weeks or so, because I'm blowing through it pretty quickly, even though it's like 300 episodes. But yeah, either way, let me know what you think. Just wanted to kind of make a video talking about it a little bit, even though, I don't know, whatever. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously there's more Grand Cross content and stuff like that coming out all throughout the week. There is Christmas this week, so I'm kind of like bulk recording a bunch of stuff, so that way I can make sure that I've got, you know, everything taken care of, so that way I can spend time with my family later this week. So hopefully you guys have a nice holiday. Thanks for watching. See you later.